Hey guys, so I'm making this video about the Ender 3. I specifically have the Ender 3 V2 here, and bed sticking issues and how I was able to resolve my problem. So my 3D printer here, I have always had issues with the filament sticking to the bed. And you know, I would level it, I would do everything I read online about leveling it. I upgraded the springs, so I have these updated yellow springs you get from Amazon. They say that's better. You know, they hold their level better over time, etc. So, you know, I would level it every time, just like they told me to, using a piece of paper, right? So this is how you're going to do it. So you're going to go to prepare. You're going to do preheat Pla. So that'll warm up the system. Because obviously when you're printing, everything's going to be hot, so there might be a little bit of a difference between it being cold and being hot on the leveling. So I'm just going to scrape some of this prior print off here. So as you can see, it sticks so well now. I fixed my problem so well that it's actually almost, after you print something, it's kind of a pain to get off the some of the residue here. So let me just scrape some of this off. I just moved, so I don't know where my scraper is. Somewhere in a box. I wasn't able to find it. So I'm just using this. Not ideal. You probably don't advise doing this. But yeah, so I'm going to scrape all that off. And I'm going to peel this excess filament off as it heats up here, so I can show you guys what to do here. So, and then I'm going to clean the bed with some isopropyl alcohol once I get most of this off. So I have found it's not necessarily to entirely move everything, because I'm going to end up putting, as you'll see, another layer of glue on this. But let me just go and get a paper towel here. So get some alcohol here. Just only got one hand, so just pour a little bit on the bed. And I will clean off, start cleaning this. So as you know, the glue that was there prior is going to obviously start becoming a little bit sticky, which is okay. I just want to get off most of the excess PLA that was on there from the prior print. So believe it or not, this isn't perfect, but this is actually fine. Even though you still see a little bit of PLA on there. But yeah, so it seems like it is ready. So you can see here it's 200 degrees C, and the bed is almost there, 57 out of 60. So at this point, you're going to go over here. And you're going to click on Auto Home, and that's going to you know, move things around to the home position. There we go. You hear the final click, and now it is home. So now you want to go and you want to select Disable Stepper. So that's going to allow you to physically now move this bed back and forth. Without it locking in place with the stepper. So basically you want to go to each corner of the bed, get your piece of paper. This is just a check I have. So this is actually a little bit low. So I'm going to move the bed down a little bit here. Put my piece of paper a little bit more. I think I'm going the right way. It's a little confusing sometimes. Might not. Let's see which way. It does say it on here which way. So down and up. So I want to go this way. So as you tighten the spring, the bed is going to go down because it's compacting it. Right, let's see. So yeah. So now we can get the paper under there. But this, even though it has a little bit of lag, believe it or not, is actually not good enough. So you're gonna want to raise the bed a little bit, and check it again. Still not good enough. Raise it a little more, check it. So now I feel a little bit more friction. I'm going to actually go even a little bit more. So this is pretty good. Actually even a little tiny bit more. So you should definitely hear it sort of scraping on the nozzle, but you don't want it to completely stop. So you want to get it pretty damn close. And this is an issue that I had in the past, that I was not lowering the nozzle low enough. So that seems pretty good there. So let's move over to this corner. And this one's a little close here. Let's loosen it up just a bit. So am I going the right way on this one? So I think that's tightening it, so that should be, yeah. So that's about good here. And now we'll move over to the back right corner and do the same thing again. Stick this under here. So this one's a little close too. So let's tighten her up. Which way is this one? This one's this way. Tighten her up a bit here. See if we can get this. Yep. So now we're way too high. So we'll go the other way. I'm sorry if my hand keeps getting in the way. I'm trying to do this with one hand. There we go. So that's about right. I'm going to lower it a little more. That should be good. And then we'll move over to the final spot here. And this actually feels pretty good where it's at. And then you want to go again back to where you started. Make sure everything's still good. You might have to do this a couple times. So this feels a little bit too low. There. This is good. So again, you want to check it. You want to check everything over. So this one actually might be a little too close now. Let's see now. Man, this one got really close now. There we go. Alright, now we're way too close. Maybe my paper was. So, loosening this up. That seems pretty good. A little bit tighter here. A little bit less. There we go. And over here, we're good. Good. And then good. So that should be pretty good on the level. So now we're just going to go back here and so we'll just move this out of the way. And now I'm just going to move the bed out entirely and move this entire thing up a little bit. And I'm going to get my glue stick here. And this is a step that I previously did not do. But now once I convert it over, it's so much better. So, sorry about that. Open the glue stick up here. And I think it's important to note that this is on the glass side, not the original side that it starts with. I found that the glass is much easier to get the stuff to stick on. So then I'm just gonna, while it's hot, I'm just gonna go over it with the glue stick a couple times, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Focus in the middle a little bit where a lot of the print is going to be. People say you should only go one direction. I've never really run into any issues going multiple directions, but any large, globs, you want to obviously make sure that they're pushed down, but that should be pretty good. So now the final thing that I had to do to get my filament to stick is actually an issue that I realized I had with my nozzle. So I had to take this off here. There's two screws up here, and I actually replaced the nozzle entirely. So you'll see here, this is my old nozzle. It's kind of hard to see, but I think this was a little bit clogged. So it's really easy. You just use this one of these wrenches up here. This one I believe fits, and you grab onto the nozzle and you can crank it off just with a like a screw. And then I replaced that. And after I did that, it seemed to help significantly. So now we're going to, the bed should be level. I got a good amount of glue on here. I'm just going to start up a print. I'm just going to do like a chip bag here. And, you know, make sure that your temperatures are good. And then we'll let this go and see how it sticks to the bed. I'll be back in a second. So here we are in sort of the middle of the print now. It's kind of hard to see underneath it, but you can see the filament is well stuck to the bed. I mean, almost too well. And you can actually see on the sort of outer brim how it's very transparent here. That means my bed is actually a little bit too close to the nozzle. So on the next print, I will back it off a little bit. However, it should be fine and finish the print just fine, even though it was a little bit too close. So let's go for the back here. So you can kind of see under. It's pretty difficult, but it's doing a very nice job. Very nice and stuck to the bed. So that's what I've had issues with in the past. So it being a little bit too close, I'm okay with that as long as it's printing consistently now and it's sticking to the bed. And it's really stuck. So I'll show you when it's done how much this helped with my sticking issue. So we still got quite a bit to go, but I'll be back in a bit. So you see now the print is completely done. So let me turn on one more light here, a couple more lights. So see, it's completely done here. Let me turn this off here. And you'll see that this thing is really on there, man. It's really stuck on here. And again, this is the result of using the glue. That's something new that I discovered. And then for me, it was replacing the nozzle in here. So if you've had your printer for a little while and you've experienced bad sticking issues, I definitely recommend replacing the nozzle, you know, leveling the bed correctly, and using the glue. So let's see if we could even get this off here. It's gonna be, man, it's really on there. It's crazy. Like I used to it used to barely stick, and now I just have this completely. Let's do this. There we go. Where did this go? So here you go. It's just a chip clip. It works, you know, whatever. It's on the Thingiverse. But yeah, so the glue, you know, leveling, replace this thing. The other important thing is over on the side here. Where is it? This piece down here. So this piece you got to make. Actually, mine's a little bit loose. Let me. So you always want to make sure this is. That's the wrong one. You want to make sure that this is tight. Because that is the bottom, the bottom out of that stepper motor. So, oh, see, I just took it off. See how this switches on here? So you want to make sure this is in a correct spot. That's your bottom limit switch. And then obviously I'm going to have to level this again because this just came off. But yep, that's how I've you know, been able to fix my sticking issues. Let me know in the comments any specific issues you have, and I'll try to help. Thanks for watching. Bye.